Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on how to upload files greater than 25 megabytes to GitHub. So if you end up with large graphics or sound files or whatever, and you weren't able to compress them down to less than 25 megabytes, your build folder, and specifically sort of the build file within it, may be larger than 25 megabytes, and GitHub won't be happy doing the typical way. So there is a sort of a workaround. It is a bit of a workaround. It's worthy of a video here for sure to help you sort of navigate this process. So the first thing you need to do is basically download GitHub for Windows. So you need to download it. There's an installer. So you can click download for Windows. It takes you here. I would use the 64-bit Git for Windows setup. Run it, just do all the defaults, just set those, run, and install GitHub. Okay, so you'll have that on your computer. The next thing, assume that you've built your files. Okay, so let's just assume here I've got my build file of my game. So I've made my game, I've created my build folder. Let's assume that, inside my build folder, one of these, the data one usually, is just too large to upload. So what do I do? Okay, so I'm going to first, sorry, I just had to think there for a second. I'm going to first upload that to GitHub. So I'm going to go into here, repositories. I'm going to make a new repository. I think that's a new one. And select owner, myself, and I'll call it asteroids 2 because I think I already have one on here. Oops, asteroids, because yes, so asteroids 2, it's available, set it up, create your repository. Now, what I'm going to do next is upload everything but that build folder. So I'm going to just go back, I'm going to do the index, streaming assets, template data. I'm going to upload those files, just like we did before. And these ones are all pretty small, so it should be pretty quick here. And just commit those changes. Okay, so everything is there. Now what we want to do is basically clone this repository on our desktop. Your desktop's the easiest place to do it. So what I'm going to do is click on this green button that says code, and I'm going to grab the HTTPS. You can just click here to copy it, okay? So it's copied into my computer here. I'm going to go to my desktop, excuse my messy desktop. I'm going to right click and I'm going to make a new folder here. So new folder. And I might call it asteroids git clone or something like that. Okay. I'm going to go in here. So I'm inside my folder. I'm going to right click. There should be now with the installation of the Git on your computer, there should be a little thing that says git bash. So we want to open that up, and now we're in that folder. Basically, we want to clone this folder. So what I do is enter command and git, it's a little small there, but git space clone, and then I need to paste in my HTTPS. And I can't Control C, I have to right click and paste it, and I put it in there. So I should be able to just press enter, and it says cloning, blah, blah, blah. And it should have downloaded those files into that folder. So if I move this away, you can see asteroids 2 is there. Now what you have to do is basically get into here, okay? And you can see the 3 folders that we've got. I'm going to now, just move this out of the way, take my build folder that we didn't upload and put it into here. So I'm just going to copy it and then paste it in here. So now this on my desktop, it's got the build folder in it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to close this one up and make sure I'm in here and right click again and do my git bash here. And you should notice that it sort of says main there, and I think that's a key thing to make sure that it's there. So what I want to do is add the folder. And so to do that, this one I just have to double check here. What we want to do here is git add and then the folder name. So the folder there is build. That's the one we brought in. So it gives you a little warning. I think it's okay. So we basically got that kind of ready. Then we have to do another command, git commit. So git commit. So there's a space there. There's a space -m. And then in quotations here, add existing file and close that quotation up. So that will sort of say we've got these 4 files here, right, with the insertions. And then I think we just have to push it. So we do git push origin and main. And then we press enter again. And this takes a little bit of time. It says it's done, counting, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully in a second here, as it finishes uploading these, they will be in our GitHub. So we'll just wait for this to complete. It says 100% used. It finishes, and the proof will be in our GitHub file folder, right, or repository. So I'm going to go back to GitHub here, and and so, a little worried I don't see it here, but if I refresh, there it is. There's our build folder, and if we take a look inside, it's got our build data from 1 minute ago from where we uploaded. So hopefully you're able to navigate this as well. And if you've got large files, this is just a quick way of doing that. So good luck with it. It is a little complex, but once you do it once or twice, it's not too bad.